What's he counting for? What is he doing that counting for?
Hey everyone, it's Alpha Podrants. That's what I was counting for. We're starting the show now. Even if you don't want to,
just let me know when we start it, please. Because I just gotta do some stuff real quick.
I gotta bring this up, and we'll start.
I'm gonna get undressed real quick.
Oh, all right. I guess. Hey everybody, we're starting. Wait.
When are you ready to start? And can you not do that weird voice
now.
When you start? Can you not be like, "Hey everybody, I'm from a cartoon land. I'm a little Muppet."
This is Star Trek: Strange New Worlds Season 2,
no, that's
Episode
too big.
5, Charades.
Nobody's gonna buy that from you.
This is us talking about
when you were saying hi everybody, it made me think of that doctor from Simpsons, Dr. Nick. So like, hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
It's funny because it's true.
All right, let's save this week.
Space.
Did you forget to say the words?
This is Alpha Podrants, and it's our mission to talk about shit.
Is it just a fucking song? What is this, you stupid prick?
Oh no!
I didn't unmute.
What did you do, you fuck?
We're gonna discuss things, and this is Alpha Podrants.
Then you can't play this song, or you get maybe in a strike. Titties. Look at to boil up passion. You're a piece of shit, you know that? You didn't even tell us you're going live. You could have at least given us some kind of fucking warning. And then you just throw this bullshit in. And wait, Richard Kish is a tribble now.
Kish tribble. There he is. Watch out, everyone. Run.
Is that tribble noise going to get us in trouble?
That would be honored or insulted.
Oh boy.
Both. I don't know if I should be insulted. The woman just served me coffee with oat milk in it. It tastes like the runoff of a gay man's bidet.
Oat milk was definitely who in God's name came up with oat milk. I mean, nut milks work. You know, almond, cashew, they're all fine. Rice milk works, but oat, yuck. Man.
Well, under that logic, why wouldn't oat milk work?
You would figure. Well, you figure it's a grain, though.
But it's milky. You put it in water, and it gets milky.
No, you say so.
I don't even know why I have oat milk in my house. I'm embarrassed. Okay, let's just move on from this fucking subject.
You know, we could probably do an entire episode asking why you have oat milk in your house.
I also have cold brew coffee in my fridge, bottles of it. Does that make me?
No.
Save me?
Cold brew's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I've had cold brew before.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's
cold
not bad.
Cold brew is lovely. There's a coffee truck that serves stale coffee and calls it cold brew. I could taste the difference.
Cold and stale, yeah. And they charge you more for it, right?
Oh yeah.
Spend all that time, and now my shoulders are disappearing. What the hell? Our captain's over there reading his fucking.
No. I was just I was getting some things in order. So Richard is starting to catch up to everybody.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't make it quite to episode 10, but one more to go. Right. But oh god, I very.
There was this episode.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah. I remember that episode. That episode.
Kind of sad because they sacrificed another child for this one.
Yeah, that was a tough episode to get through because it's like, I mean, they sacrificed children. I mean,
yeah, God, I know. Yeah,
damn.
That's the cornerstone of their entire civilization. So
yeah, and they didn't do anything to stop it because General Order 1 or Prime Directive. That was or was it the Prime Directive? Why they don't stop it?
Yeah, the Prime Directive was in its infancy because, like I said, it was kind of pondered during Jonathan Archer's stint, and then I think
during. So I keep doing it. I keep interrupting people. I'm so sorry, but
you should flog yourself after this show.
Yes,
7 floggings.
Yes, I should flog myself, but I'll be quick about it. But in in Enterprise, they didn't even have the Prime Directive.
Right. Yeah, there was no Prime Directive yet. Well, like I said, it was more.
What was it called? Like General Order Number 1 or some shit?
Yeah. Good Judgment. It's called Good Judgment.
There may have been a Vulcan version of it.
There was a name for it before the Prime Directive. It had a specific name, and I think even in Strange New Worlds they mentioned something about it.
Well, by the time Pi came around, I think the Prime Directive was in its infancy, but it was there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because don't they mention it in the Cage? I thought they did.
Well, I never saw the original. I saw part of that episode, but not enough of it for me to remember it. But
guys, what did I call it?
What
did I say it was? What was my guess? I forgot.
No, it's just in Strange New
General
Worlds,
Order 1.
It is Starfleet General Order 1. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. It's General Order 1.
You're right.
It's been mentioned several times in Strange New Worlds.
It has, right? I thought so.
Yeah, it has.
So I guess General Order 1 was the great grandfather of the Prime Directive,
The precursor to the Prime Directive.
The precursor, yeah.
Yeah.
The next you had this one, the Serene Squall, with
oh yeah. What I had originally thought that all Orions were bald and clean shaven, and this guy proved me completely wrong. Because whenever you saw them in Enterprise, they were big, big guys, but they were bald and they were all clean shaven.
Well, I think that might have been a budget thing.
Could be.
Could have been, yeah. But I mean, now they have enough budget to give that other alien like cheekbone spikes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But no, it's just, so Orions, they're basically just humans only with green skin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the woman below the Orion, she was what now? She had kind of the Chakotay tattoo on the face.
As far as I know, she was she is human.
Obviously,
she is human. Okay,
she is human, and she is supposed to be the I don't want to say like girlfriend, but she is the confidant of Spock's brother.
Oh, that's right.
Spock has a brother?
Cyborg?
Yeah, Cyborg. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm learning shit because I was shocked when he had Burnham. And...
Well, Cyborg was from the original movie Star Trek 5, the one where they were they were climbing a mountain in the beginning, and then eventually
they
do remember that.
Your boat.
They sing "Row, row, row your boat." Yes, and eventually they have to go find Cyborg.
And they do this whole thing where Cyborg is looking for God, and then they find this alien floating ahead, and they ask the question, "Why does God need a starship?"
Yep.
Oh, turns out
the
Sean
worst
Connery
of
was
the
originally
movies.
supposed to play Cyborg.
It is the worst of the movies. I mean, seriously, it's a legitimate question. Why does God need a starship?
See, that's where I lose out on a lot of the stuff because I stopped watching the movies after a certain point. I mean, years ago. So I'm kind of lax in that. I've seen a couple of the reboot movies. I really like, the cast and crew on those ones, but I've missed a lot of the next generation, connecting films and whatnot of late. So if there's anything they've added or deleted from the canon in those, I've completely missed that too. So,
Okay.
Well, there's a lot in the canon.
No, I'm honest.
First Contact was really good. That was a really great movie. I mean, it epitomized the good parts of Next Generation, I think. Had enough of the cool science and enough of cool action adventure and stuff, and just it was really nice. And Picard, you get more depth in Picard and how screwed up he really still is from turning into Locutus so many years before. You kind of get that backlash from him.
Right.
It's really fun to see.
But he's an android now, so that's all behind him.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I'm still having a hard time. I'm having a hard time accepting him as an android. What's that?
Me? I'm not distracted.
Are you sure? You seem like you're like flying us into a black hole, and it's gonna be a big old trick. And this is some kind of
kind of like, oh wait, we can't talk about that yet. Hold on, they didn't fly into a black hole, but okay. So then there was that episode with the guy girl and the Scottish Orion, and then oh boy, your favorite episode ever of everyone's favorite episode, the Elysian Kingdom.
It has that redeeming piece at the end though, which is kind of sad. I mean, like I said, you have to decide what you're going to do with your daughter. You love her enough, the old euphemism, if you love someone, you'll set them free, and that's in essence what he does. And that's got to be a hard thing to do.
Yes and no, because I mean, it's the ultimate gift to give your child as well: immortality, infinite fantasy. You're giving them just like forever fucking playtime.
Well, and actually, I did see that the other episode, the one with where they sacrificed the little kid, at some point during that episode, M'Benga realizes that the culture that they're dealing with has all kinds of medical treatments, and they're very smart, and they actually can help his daughter, but they won't share any of their medical knowledge with anyone outside of their civilization. There's a moment there where he's like, "But please, my daughter," and like, sorry, we don't do any of that. So,
I remember that.
He was this close to it.
I remember that M'Benga got really upset about that. Like he got very angry about it. Yeah.
But Luke did his voice really wrong. It's oh bother, my daughter, and the honeypot.
Oh bother. And then you said, this interesting episode that they had right after.
Yes.
Oh, not that episode. Don't remind me.
Oh man, I love that guy.
Look, Hammer was my favorite character.
He was my favorite character too.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, was. Oh my god. Yeah, god damn it.
Once you mentioned, I like this guy Hammer, we all had to bite our tongues in the back chat. Like, he's amazing. We love him too.
He's so cool. He's such a great character, and he was a great character.
He was
until he died.
I was just giddy for your heartbreak.
I can't wait for it to come.
It's going to destroy him.
I did see that someone did does these little pictures and stuff. So
I mean, hell, it's just on the Paramount Plus account that I have access to. I changed my profile picture to Hammer in honor of him. Yeah,
I did too. And they of course they didn't update those avatars until this new season came out. So you have Hammer on there, but he's not even around anymore. I mean, I'm sure if you looked at it, there's probably a 95% of people put Hammer as their avatar.
Probably. And prior to using Hammer, I mostly used Boimler from Lower Decks.
That was right. That was the one.
Because I mean, I would have used Hammer if he was available, but it's just no. It's just all we had were Boimler, which we're gonna get Boimler in live action on this season of Strange New Worlds.
Right.
And I'm excited for that episode because unlike the rest of Luke and Jim here, I don't know how you feel about Lower Decks, Kish, but
now that I have access also to Paramount Plus, I may check into. I haven't seen any episodes. I've seen bits and pieces of some episodes. It, like I said, it's I guess it's an acquired taste, but maybe I need to watch more of it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I enjoy it for what it is, but I went into it with the right mindset because I kind of knew what to expect with it,
right?
And I enjoyed it. Okay. But Luke and Jim here don't like it.
Well, I started watching it and it just didn't grasp I kept falling asleep during it. So maybe it was because I was watching it after I watch everything else. I don't know. But it just seemed
it doesn't even come on the same day as everything else.
Sometimes it would come on as the next thing after I'd finish one of the Star Trek episodes. Like it'd always pop into the same episode at the same spot. And I'd be like, oh, shoot, I don't want to. I think it was the one where he has a girlfriend. I think there's a
But
girlfriend.
no, it's just. I mean,
episode.
I like Lower Decks because I think it's fun. Now,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't really. I know it's a part of the Prime timeline, like the Prime universe and everything. I know it's a part of that, even though it's all animated and everything. And I will say that Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis, or however the hell you pronounce her last name, they do make a guest appearance.
And Q and Deep Space Nine.
Q also John DeLance or whoever the hell his last name is
DeLance.
John DeLance.
There's a lot of great story stuff.
He also makes an appearance in the show.
A lot of great story stuff. I wish I can get into it. It's I think it succeeds at being Star Trek. It fails at being a cartoon, which is why I can't watch it, because they're going for all the cartoon beats and shit, but they're just the material Star Trek, you know?
And what's this animated thing with Kate Mulgrew and this ship full of
Prodigy?
Tax fraud.
Degenerate.
That show doesn't matter anymore.
That looks it does look retarded.
yeah, Prodigy doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. So, why doesn't it matter?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Okay. Well, I only know what Jim has said. It's like it got canceled on Paramount Plus.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then didn't you say, Jim, that it got moved? They're moving it to any other network.
Well, they claim that they might. No. That they say there may be an option for it in the future, but as of now, it's removed from parent. It's like it never existed because they're doing a tax write-off on it, like the Batgirl movie.
Coming soon to Pluto.
It's exactly
TV.
like that. But season 2 is done for Prodigy. It's just shelved.
So yeah, because I did hear about the Batgirl movie being a tax write-off. I did hear about that. And I was like, that's gotta suck.
That's rough. Wow.
All right, now I know this is apples and oranges.
Dick, I keep
no pun intended there, Luke. But what did you guys think of the original animated series?
I never watched it.
Oh God, it's Funimation. Like I said, it's what do they call it? Not simplified animation, but it's
or Filmation, I think.
But it's
like they draw on top of the film a little bit.
Well, basically, they only move what they have to move. So, like I said, it saves having to change things in backgrounds and frames and whatnot.
Okay.
But the thing was, they did it well enough, and the writing was good. DC Fontana, I think, wrote a couple of the episodes. If you've never seen it, it's absolutely worth at least one watch through. And you get to see a few things that you didn't see in the series. You get to see Spock on his home planet. And you get to learn a little bit about that. And so, like I said, it's. I think it's worth a watch if you've never seen it.
And you get to see Robert April before he went around.
Yes, because that's the only place he appears supposedly is in the animated series. Yeah, you're right.
So. There's other aliens and stuff that they can do with the cartoon too that they weren't as ambitious with during the original series because they didn't have the makeup.
One of the aliens I know for certain that was introduced in the animated series was the feline alien race
that became the Doctor in Below Decks.
And they're called Cations.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
they're called Cations.
Yeah, I heard.
So that's why they brought it back for that. Okay,
and that was clever. That was a clever thing to do. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because if you watch Star Trek the animated series. And then you thought, I wonder what this would look like if we just kept it exactly the same, but just made it like kind of Family Guy in a way. Made it almost like it's a sitcom cartoon.
And that's kind of what Lower Decks. Yeah, it is. It's not the original animated series was done like Star Trek, but it was animated and it gave them other options. But Below Deck seems to be kind of like I said, it's like Family Guy, meets Star Trek.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they added jokes. I watched the whole first season,
and that's wild because
it was great, or most of the first season.
When I watch
Star
Lower
Trek
Deck,
wise.
when I watch Lower Decks, I kind of get a feel for a mix between Family Guy, specifically early Family Guy,
right,
and Rick and Morty.
Interesting.
I can see the Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Muted.
Well, there's a Rick and Morty. One of the writers or something is a part of Lower Decks, but I don't know if I forgot to ask, muted myself or not. It is like those things, but I didn't see a single joke in the maybe 6 to 8 episodes of it that I saw. Am I wrong? Are there jokes? Does it get funnier? Was I just missing them?
I think what it is, part of it is the jokes are so canon heavy that if you have to know like everything they're saying and why it would be funny that they're saying it sometimes.
So they're not going to be like those Cardassians and their huge asses. They're going to be like, they're going to say something that I couldn't even. Charles, quick, make a joke about Cardassians within Star Trek lore. Go. And you got it. What they got ridges in their foreheads. What is it?
I mean, you'll never find
a forehead full of sugar.
It's coming. Shut your fat mouth. It's coming. Charles is going to do it. Do it.
You'll never find a spoon in a Cardassian household.
There you go.
Boom. Boom. So that's what we get on Lower Decks. Those kinds of jokes.
Yeah. It's just like you'll only find forks, knives, and sporks.
Oh, or when they refer to Kirk's Enterprise as those old scientists, TOS. It's that kind of joke.
Maybe some chopsticks too.
Exactly.
But I'm sorry, what?
You know what?
But no, there's a joke. I don't remember if it was in season 1 or season 2, but there was a joke that they made referencing Miles O'Brien. And I was able to understand the reference because it's Miles O'Brien, and it was a reference to him when what he did at the end of DS9, where he left the station to go teach at Starfleet Academy to teach an engineering class.
Right.
If
it was a reference.
Me think this is a better show than I think.
It was a reference to him getting a statue. I don't remember if it was a statue on Earth or if it was a statue on Bajor, but it was like a gold statue of Miles O'Brien commemorating him being like an engineering genius in being a instructor at Starfleet Academy.
I think it was the most important person to ever be in Starfleet. I think that was what the plaque said, and you're like, what did O'Brien do? Like, holy crap! Like, I knew he was good, but what? Because he took Terok Nor and turned it all into Federation compatible, you know?
Well, by the time he left the Enterprise, he was considered to be an above-average engineer, and then he came to Deep Space Nine. You get thrown a Cardassian space station that you've got to take and work with Federation technology. And you had to figure all that out. So if he was able to do that, then you have to give him the kudos for maybe being brilliant. Not to the point of like a Dr. Bashir genetically engineered brilliant, but you know.
I love the fact that they give you that extra layer after a while, realizing that he fought Cardassians on a ship.
Right.
And you don't know that part of his history, but you hear about it and you're okay.
And that's why he became a bit of a Cardassian bigot, because like I said, he was in the thick with them at this point. It was him or them. So that, you know, that was a big factor. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like that Cardassian that got left behind on Bajor as a child, and he ends up on the station one day, and they have to kind of give him a place to stay. So he stays with O'Brien, and O'Brien's kind of like, "What the hell? Why do we have this Cardassian in our house?" And he but he realizes that this kid hates being a Cardassian anyway. And then there's a whole big thing with politics in there.
Well, O'Brien's a parent, so like I said, he was smart. He thought about it, and he said, "Hey, listen, this is a kid. You know, it's not his fault, and you gotta teach him. Hey, maybe you need to be open-minded about it. You know, that's what I liked about Deep Space Nine. There were episodes like that kind of got you thinking a little bit.
Deep Space Nine was amazing. Oh,
sorry, that was an accident. One. I hit a button on accident.
Man, jeez, what the hell was that?
So now you have episode 10 to go, and then into the next. Well, we're into the 5th episode now, the 2nd season of Strange New World.
Oh yeah, the other thing that pissed me off, just like Spock was pissed off in that episode because he couldn't contain his emotions. He had to get pissed off there before he attacked the. Yeah, that was clever. They went with kind of an alien type thing, and those are the Gorn. Yeah, they're supposed to be lizard, just so they're running with that character, which goes back to the original series, which I find interesting. And they're running with the ball, but they're doing it, from a real alien. And they were nasty. They were like just attacking and like boring through people. That's the other thing I noticed about this series too. It's graphic. It's more graphic than I think any of the other series that I've seen up to this point. At least with the violence.
Yeah, maybe that's because it is on a pay service now. So if you want to see it, it's not just broadcast. They can kind of do what they want, And
exactly.
like with Picard, there was swearing and stuff, which you didn't really see
exactly.
as much. And yeah. But there's that.
With that whole swearing in Picard, let me just say, pure fucking hubris. Oh my God, I'm never going to let that go.
Right.
And do you remember?
I was going to say, what pissed me off about that episode in addition was they kill off the Anar, who we all loved, but they keep that racist Sam Kirk. Because you remember he was going at Spock.
Well, you can't kill him yet. He's got to become a space pancake or get killed by a space pancake. You can't kill
Sam Kirk. I don't even know his connection yet. It'll be interesting. I don't know whether you guys learn anything in the next 6 or 7 episodes.
Well, I just learned something. I just learned something very interesting. That lady that Luke was saying, "Oh, she's so hot," and Richard Kish was like, "Man, she looks like a Lady Chakotay. I want to make out with her." Where's that picture? Where's that picture of that lady that you guys were phoning over?
We did this before.
So pretty. Did we? I don't remember that. I don't pay any attention. Do I?
We did this.
That lady has a wiener.
Huh?
That lady has a wiener.
She's a trans?
That lady's got a pecker.
She's a trans?
Yes. That person
really?
Is trans. Yes.
Really? Pekka in space.
Yep, that person is trans.
Wow.
I looked into that. I looked into that actor, and that person was originally male.
Yep. He was looking for fat material. Now, listen, I said to Charles, I didn't think we should talk about this, and I didn't think we should bring it up in the air, but Charles was insisting that I mention this.
No, I was the one that wouldn't bring it up on air, you asshole.
All right, well, then that begs this question. Did you think it was a woman when you watched it the first time?
Originally?
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't notice anything non-ladylike about it.
Didn't notice anything unusual,
Something about that person seemed off to me. Like something about it seemed off, and I that's what caused me to look further into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watch my Star Trek very stoned and late and tired at night, so I often miss these things.
I looked further into the actor because I was just like something about that person seemed off, and I looked further into it, and it took like all of like 3 minutes for me to find out that person was originally male.
Why? What do you mean? It's perfectly normal. Off, nothing at all. It's very
confusing these days. I'm not even sure if Chapel has a penis or not.
Yeah. It was interesting. I was watching that particular episode with my wife. She looked at her and immediately she said, she looks like that character. And I said, Aeon Flux. You remember Aeon Flux?
Oh, yeah.
With Charlize Theron.
She kind of looks...
the cartoon, Charles.
The cartoon.
Liquid television.
Yeah. Yes, I know that the movie is based off of the anime. Yes, I know.
That may have been an inspiration for this character, though. I can see that.
Bet it was.
Maybe.
But she said that, and I said, damn, you're right. Absolutely.
And then she said, I bet he has a big penis. No?
I bet she packs.
Remember, you just said something about Nurse Chapel. Do you remember what her real name is? Her last name is Bush. And Ethan Pecker. So we got a Pecker and a Bush every show that are trying to.
Her what?
Quick.
The actress name is Bush or
her last name is Anna Bush.
Quick, Kish, close your ears. Oh shit, he can't have headphones on.
No,
in this most recent episode, I think it was, they asked Chapel, Umbenga said, did you follow the Corby principles, referencing her soon-to-be fiancé. I think it's Jack Corby.
You just gotta work. Okay, here we go. See, there we go. That works. That's all you have to do.
Interesting.
Is take off the headphones.
Easter egg.
I haven't learned how to read lips yet, so you guys are.
Well, you know, Kish, what's cool? I don't even think it would be a spoiler. Like what I just said.
Oops.
What's really cool about Strange New Worlds? It really is like old Star Trek, where you could just you could watch the current episode and not be spoiled. If you watch the first 2 episodes of season 2, you'll have a little bit of storyline spoiler.
Right.
But pretty much 3, 4, and 5, unless I'm wrong here, 3, 4, and 5 are complete standalone. You can fit them anywhere you want.
If you've been introduced to the characters already, I would agree with that. If you know, like I said, you've seen at least the first 1 or 2. You could probably watch any of the other ones in the first season in any order, and it wouldn't make a whole hell of a lot of difference.
Well, like this. Yeah. So this isn't really this isn't any sort of spoiler, but they do a reference to some older Trek in this right here.
Oh,
where he's wearing a beanie just like in the old show. So it was a nice little, although he's got a cool logo on it, which the other ones never did.
Yeah, the logo's kind of cool. That's like a Carhartt thing on the pocket.
I mean, that's gonna sell. I want one right now.
Oh yeah.
I'll just wear these. And I brought this back because Jim had been mentioning how you
see I thought he was kind of cool with the beard. You know, what's wrong with bearded Spock?
Fucking hated it. I was wrong, but I didn't recognize him as Spock is why at all. Well, and it was exciting to get him, and then you give me this facsimile of Spock.
This is Spock finding himself, right? This would have been later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later
on compared to Strange New Worlds.
No, prior to Strange New Worlds.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Strange New Worlds swings off of this. Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, because they have to. They can't talk about what happened to the Discovery. It's just kind of inside of them now.
That's right.
All right. I'm not sure if there's anything else we have to discuss here.
I want to just update everyone that oat milk was actually kind of nice.
What?
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's nice.
Is it sweet oat milk or was it just kind of plain-o?
Very good.
No, it tastes kind of oaty. Like I could tell.
Oaty?
I mean, it's oat milk. Of course, it's going to taste oaty.
Oaty.
There's also a moment here.
Is that even a word, oaty?
Oaty Kaloti.
It sure is.
See the
John's dog?
Yeah, just let me pull out my dictionary.
Garfield's best friend is Odie. There's also this. This happens. We know why he's doing this, but there's a
They don't.
Oh yeah, wait till you get to why he's doing that, Kish. It is quite fun. One of the only. They kind of missed a lot of opportunities in this episode for humor, but anyway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, did you notice this, Luke, or find it on the internet?
Oh, I found it on the internet. Yeah, I did.
Most of my little Easter egg nuggets I find while pooping.
Yeah. I just had to bring this one because that's a meme. That's the Kirk one is an image you've seen forever and ever. So
no, that's super cool. I'm tickled.
Now Sam Kirk is in blue. What is he an engineer on the ship? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't he science?
I think he's the head of the science department. I think
something like that.
Spock's job, right?
Well, I think he turned. Pike says to Spock, "Hey, this is your new boss," and he's just like, "Yeah."
Oh my goodness, is Una gonna die? Because she's not in Kirk's Enterprise. She's. We can't talk about. I can't say what happened, but it's certainly not certain parts about her. Let's say
maybe.
Is she gonna die because
maybe
Spock's got to take her job? Spock. Wait. So who's number one on Kirk's ship? Spock, right?
No. On Pike's ship.
No, Kirk's ship.
On Kirk. Yeah, it would have been Spock.
But he's number one, so he takes
and the side. I think he wears both hats. I think Spock, when he was on Kirk's ship, was science officer, and he was also his number one.
Maybe maybe he takes both their jobs. Yeah. But we know why for Sam, but why Una?
because they're an exploration vehicle, maybe it is good having a science officer as your second officer.
Death would make sense there because if he already takes the science position,
it's all about science.
Sam's got to go, and then an emergency occurs, putting him into the first officer role as well. It might make sense that some sort of accident eventually will befall number one.
It's very possible, or maybe she'll just go dyke it off with the other girl there. Maybe her and
Dyking off?
Well, I don't know. Maybe her and Soong, they seem very close. I'm just saying.
They like that. That would be grooming, you sicko. She like knew her since she was like a little girl, and like basically
she saved her from
She's like a disenfranchised youth who the older girl took care of, and then later this is turning into a story I want to look. Listen now, that's totally inappropriate talk.
Yes.
Charles and I watched a heartwarming video about a poor child who had no friends. And I think we should be better.
Was it me?
Because of seeing
you
that.
posted about that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was terribly sad.
It wasn't sad. It was heartwarming.
It was.
I didn't started out sad.
I shut it off. I sent him the link, and I only watch the actual. Like, it's a little kid ringing some random doorbell, crying and looking for friends. And I stopped after the video ended when the news part ran. I was like, fuck this shit. And then I was gutted for like 2-3 hours. And then I read his message that says, oh, at least he got friends in the end of it all. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you don't fucking watch the rest of the thing? No. Not only did the kid make a bunch of friends, but he got $37,000 for it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm sitting here all upset for the poor son of a bitch.
Everyone's got their price, Jim.
I mean, that's why you watch the whole video, dude. Come on.
Exactly.
It was 4 minutes long.
Oh, you're
such a busy man, Jim.
Oh yeah, you're so busy that you can't dedicate 4 minutes to watch
4 minutes of that busy schedule of yours.
No, well, I would have saved myself 3 hours of existential crisis thinking about being a better person to protect the children of this world.
You're doing the Lord's work, James.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, just like the kid ended up making some new friends, got $37,000. I mean, all I got to respond to that is that kid deserves one hell of a golf clap.
Thank God you didn't say anything about in a row.
Ew.
I'm so proud.
Yeah. Yeah, golf claps all around.
I apologize, Jim.
Yeah.
I got into that clap.
Right.
It was...
Well...
Yes, it sounds like you got into it.
It felt good. It felt
to
good.
An inappropriate level.
Did we... Wait a minute. Was this... Oh, this was from Picard. I was going to show this to Kish. But did you notice... I don't know if you've noticed this because it has sort of popped up with some of the characters you've probably seen in Strange New Worlds, but their ears are a little different now.
Yeah, you're right. They are a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that other Tuvok, he no.
Well, okay, you can't. Okay, but yeah, he's okay.
The Tuvok on the left is correct. The one on the right, somebody fucked with because his ears were never.
That's from Picard. He makes
it.
So
yeah.
it's like the new makeup is a little different. I have to take it off screen.
I can't say anything. Fuck.
That's wild. That's from Picard, huh?
God damn it.
If you get the chance at some point, that third season of Picard is wonderful.
All right, so you're saying fuck season 2, go right to season 3?
Well, according to Brian Quinn of Impractical Jokers and Tell Him Steve Dave, he recently said on Steve Dave, having been in season 2, only season 3 matters. It's the only one
that's right. For half a second, he was in it. I remember that. That's right.
Yeah, season 3 is the only season that matters. Season 1 was crap. Season 2 was crap. Season 3 was amazing.
Oh God, it's like.
But you do get the character development for a couple of characters that
and Chris Rios was great. Chris Rios was great. That was a great character.
Yeah, because I was disappointed with season 1. That's why I didn't go into 2.
I mean, you miss Pumpkinhead? How can you miss Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead.
Oh yeah, and Pumpkinhead tits. That was stuff to look at. It had its moments. They time traveled.
Actually,
I'd say, listen, fuck these guys, Richard Kish. Fuck both of them and their dumb, stupid faces. And Brian Quinn, that little jerk. I say watch all 3 seasons.
There are a lot of Easter eggs in the second season, though. If you are an old school Trek fan, you'll notice so much stuff. You know what I mean? Certain names come out, certain things that they show, you're like, oh my God, like that's kind of neat. So I think for that factor, that's why I enjoyed the second season more than the rest of you, I think, because I saw all of Next Generation and I was getting like all these little references every show. And I was like, ooh, that's fun. Ooh.
I should make that an assignment for you guys. Find the essential episodes from season 2 that you think I should watch if I'm not going to watch the whole season to help carry me into season 3.
Season 2 is great. Fuck them. Season 1, maybe consider not watching all, but I would just say go in with the understanding that you're going to see Picard tossed around like a rag doll, get up like it doesn't matter.
Right,
you're going to see some ridiculous shit in that fucking season.
Not at first.
Yeah, no, he's just an old man, and like,
and you know what?
And the way he plays Picard too, by the way, not to interrupt, but the way he plays Picard in season 1 is horrendous. It's just
it's like
maybe this fast that he speaks about things. You know, like Stevie.
There were a number of times where I wanted to say, God, die already. If this is your future.
All I'm going to say
someone push him down the stairs and blame it on a bird.
All I'm going to say is that in season 3, Picard is back.
Yeah.
That's all.
Arguably season 2.
All right.
Arguably season 2.
And I'll take that from whence it comes.
In the beginning of season 2.
All that matters. Okay.
Look, again, wait, what's wrong with the character Cristobal Rios? Because if I'm telling you this is a great character, when I have a human person who, thank goodness, is dead now and can't fucking continue this, but like every girl that I would end up banging, no matter where it was in my life, what town, all around, I'd find out that this girl would bang this guy already. It was like we were like fucking Eskimo wiener buddies or something, but we never met.
But it was the same
wiener,
right?
And his name was Chris Rios, and
I can't get into why I dislike that character because for Kish's sake, because it's spoilers.
There's a lot of
give me a hint. Why?
If you really have to spoil something, I can either bug out or I can take the headphones off again. So
okay, please take that.
Yeah, he'll give Charles will thumb you up. I have to know.
Here we go.
Yeah. He dies in a freaking bar fight.
Okay, but
I knew it.
But that's
now you're fucking with me. Now you're fucking with me.
No, he did say he literally says the guy's ultimate. But that's just something that is sort of told, and maybe you're not happy about it, but whatever. It was conclusive.
It's fitting. He was a live wire, as they say.
What happens with him is completely pointless.
All right, cryptic spoiler. It's like it's like the ending of Stand By Me.
Fortunately, I've never seen that movie.
It's what happens to one of the kids. I can't
checking out a dead body.
Well, I know the premise of the movie. Is that
when they grow, in the end, they talk about them when they grow up, and one of the kids, same thing happens. But anyway, enough. That's it. That might be too much.
So in Stand By Me,
so you don't like that one thing, but that doesn't mean you don't like how they concluded the character.
Oh no! Like, but
the character is good.
The character is good. It's just how they resolved that character's arc was a complete monumental waste of time. I was insulted by how they handled that.
They had to make room for season 3. I'm more insulted that fucking what's-his-dick had to be... Oh, wait, no. Now that's a major... Quick, Kish, pull your ears out again real quick. When they killed off fucking Shaw, just to not have him on the ship in season 3 is the worst.
Yeah. I know how upset you were about that.
Yeah, you need to watch Picard just for season 3 at least because of one of the best characters one of the best captains in Star Trek history is introduced in Picard season 3.
Best a new character or a old
character? A new character. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
A new character who
please
shares the screen.
I think we should just let Richard go because it's getting too much.
He shares the screen.
You guys are chomping at the bit to just cut me loose. That's fine. You can talk about
I don't even want to talk about this episode of the new episode. I don't even think it was much to talk about. Hey, it was iffy. But you just wanted to interrupt me, is all, you jerk. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Yes. That's
jerk.
Always my goal.
Oh, the new captain. They introduce a new character who shares plenty of time with Picard, with Riker, with all of these legendary characters, and almost immediately becomes a legendary character as well.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I grew to like him as well. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. I trust your judgment. If you guys like the A&R, you probably like this. I'll probably like this guy too. What the hell's that?
I'm just waiting for Luke because he's just waiting for us to shut up. So I'm waiting for him to.
I'm not waiting. Look at
me. I'm on a telescreen now. Why are you on a screen now? You trying to be extra fancy?
Yeah. I'm like, what if I'm on another screen eventually?
So what? We're in the bridge, and you're just a lazy prick captain who's just chilling at your desk. Is that what this is? And you're just fucking phoning it in?
It feels better in here. It's more climate controlled, and
I'm over here working the fucking boards and keeping us flying and stuff. And you guys are just phoning it in from your quarters.
Poor
this
Charles
is a really
in the
nice
brig.
Chair. It's better than the other chair. The other chair squeaks. I don't like it.
No. I'm not in the brig. I'm in the I'm in the ship's boiler room.
I can't give it any more, Captain.
Well done.
Oh God, it's so hot in here.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sweating.
Perhaps you should take off all your clothes.
I am not doing that.
It's been real, guys.
It's getting hot in here.
Nobody wants to see that except for maybe Becky.
Oh, wait.
Oh, maybe Becky indeed.
Taking off clothes? All right, here we go.
We don't have to show this every episode. I mean, we could, but we don't have to. I mean, it's
sometimes
not like,
it just calls for it.
There's bits that we have done and then we've put to bed. I'm just saying it happens that we don't always have to do something like when you show that picture. Quick, show that picture. Like, no one's asking if Charles Whedon would.
Do you want to kiss an alien girl?
Have sex with those men.
Do you want to love an alien girl?
Sex with those men.
Want to talk to an alien girl?
Do you want to have a space baby? And kissing. So hard they can start a fire. This is what Charles says. Why is there a baby laughing when there are two men rubbing boners?
Hey, that was Star Child from 2001.
Yes.
I'm just saying. We don't do
Odyssey.
I'm just saying it could not show up one time. Look,
Yeah,
you guys
which
just
is
make me question
also
my sexuality showing that all the time is all.
Which 2001: A Space Odyssey is also a movie I have never seen.
Oh man, believe it or not, that's the first film I ever saw by myself. I saw it when it was released in a state-of-the-art movie theater that my brother's friend's dad was a manager for, and was blown away at 10 years of age by that. And that turned me on to Kubrick pretty much for my entire life. I started watching all the rest of his films over the course. 2001 and Blade Runner are probably my number 1 and 2.
Do you like two movies I've never seen? And do you like the sequels
Blade
to
Runner?
either of them?
Go out tomorrow and see Blade Runner if you've not seen
I won't.
Oh, God, you should.
Not until they make a video game.
No, I won't. I refuse.
I've gone this long. Why bother? I've never seen Star Wars either, so.
Yeah, but you hate Star Wars.
I sure do.
And I also saw that the first one when it came out. Down in 70 millimeter. It was on one of the big screens down in Paramus. I remember that. Yeah, that was great. That was neat because it was like bigger than life.
Adam who?
Adam who?
You said something about an atom?
No.
No, I thought you said like Adam and Miranda. Or...
No, a big screen.
Oh. So there's no atoms. I get it.
No atoms. No atom ants. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have no idea what the hell that was.
Just waiting for Luke to take it back.
Yes. Come on, Luke. Let's take it back.
Where am I taking it back to?
We were just bantering. Like that.
You're steering the ship.
You're
steering the ship,
Luke.
in
on our banter, man.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Well, of course, you have to steer the ship back in.
Yeah, you're the captain. You're about to throw us into a black hole, dude.
I'm sure we could have kept talking about Adam because I know Richard really wanted to talk about this Adam person, but we couldn't because what? Let's just.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Richard. We have loved having you here, and we're going to start. Well, I mean, it's I don't want to stay here for too long. I mean, we got to go over this other episode, I guess.
Time to cut me loose so you guys can talk about episode 5. Hey, by next week, I might be caught up. I've only got like 5.
If you're not caught up, you need to get your priorities straight, sir.
Well, if I can watch one a day, hey, I'll see you next Sunday and I'll be able to talk.
Sweet. That'll be awesome.
Okay, gentlemen, a pleasure as always.
The next episode, I think you're going to find it pleasurable. It's very interesting.
Yep. Well, like I said, it'll be a Pike retrospective at this point. Him looking at his doomed future. God, that sucks for him. But something to look forward to.
They are talking about trying to change his future, just so you guys know. But anyway, sorry.
Okay.
All right. So on Mr. Kish's way out, since Mr. Kish is leaving, let's just honor his exit by asking Charles Whedon.
Do you want to
have sex with that old man?
You want to love an alien girl?
Do you want to have sex with Richard Kish? If he said yes, because that is important. Otherwise, it's rape. Also, let's get that baby out of this because they keep getting in awkward situations.
Yeah, that makes me like wildly uncomfortable.
I forget there's going to be a baby crying at the end of it every time.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
But even so, look, it's not my fault. It's Luke's fault. The song was about Charles Whedon having sex with aliens, and then there's a baby. He's not having sex with an alien baby. All right, Richard Kish, you don't want to have your name on this one anymore now.
All righty, gentlemen. Listen, have fun discussing season 2, episode 5.
Yes,
and I'll maybe catch you guys again next week. Maybe we'll talk about episode 6 together.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, I hope so. Thank you.
Okay. See you next week, Kish.
Take care, gentlemen. Have fun.
Yep.
So start talking, you fat prick.
So what'd you think of this episode, boys? This
I hated it.
Fun.
Wait, you hated it?
No, I enjoyed it. It was just
awkwardness.
Lacking.
I thought you liked it.
I did. I liked it a lot, but it was lacking.
Oh,
lacking what?
The human. It was just a quick montage. Everything you saw in the trailer pretty much, and it was just slightly extended. I think the stuff with Sam, Kirk, and the Crumbs was pretty much the only thing you didn't see in the trailer.
Maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
But they had all this.
All right, and I think maybe this too. This was a funny scene enough.
I mean, I liked it, but I mean, I thought him trying to like laugh at their joke was kind of cringy, to be honest.
It was a little cringy later on.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's just. Look, I get it. Spock is now human, so he now understands it, but he's still like a fish out of water at this point.
Or like getting obsessed with bacon.
Which also I will say that the smell of bacon is fucking disgusting. So
I will disagree with you there. The taste of it is kind of gross, but the smell is delicious.
The greasiness can get a little gross if it's not.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh, just even thinking about the smell of bacon makes me nauseous.
You know what's funny? I'm like the opposite of most bacon people. I fucking don't really like it, and if I am gonna have it, I prefer it to be nearly raw.
Oh, really?
Sloppy and disgusting. No. It's cooked. Just very rare, very, very rare bacon.
You see, okay, but I mean, look, I don't know. It's just also, I mean, didn't Spock say earlier in the episode that the Vulcans do some kind of suppressant to get rid of their sense of smell?
Yes.
So him regaining his emotions should not remove that suppressant. That suppressant should still be there, so he still should have a sense
because
of smell.
when they changed him, whatever suppressant, it must be something. Maybe wait, wouldn't that be isn't this fucking nasal suppressant kind of an augmentation?
I think it's a medication that they take because in Enterprise, T'Pol does that as well. She has
Big Pharma still has a grip on the Federation and Federation space.
Well, I mean,
Vulcan's Big Pharma. Yeah.
Medication is not an augmentation. It isn't. It's
no, but clearly, if you need to medicate yourself regularly to stifle the stink of humans as a Vulcan, and on one hand, and on the other hand, you can go and get a one-time simple augmentation to fix that. I think that's a corporate money grab there, and that's some legislation that is actually oppressive.
Yeah, I guess so. If you should be able to augment yourself, but maybe it's not fair to everyone else, because not everyone's going to get the augmentation. I don't know. It's weird. That is
speaking of delicious things that were delicious to Spock when he was checking out Singh's things. You saw when he was looking at her her sweaty vetters.
He definitely was.
Sweaty vetters. I just made that up now. That's just like world-class material, guys.
Yeah, he talks about his feelings he's starting to have now that he's human after the crash there. Yeah, so
he literally almost raped her in that scene.
The augment or the suppressant or whatever was inside his Vulcan blood, and they rebuilt him. You know, they
Does
were
he have a suppressant in his P.E.K.K.A? Yeah.
So they must have taken that
a P.E.K.K.A suppressor. A P.E.K.K.A suppressor.
Good. Good All right, folks. Good night. That's about
and that's the show, folks. We flew right into a black hole tonight. Whoopi Goldberg. All right, please.
Well, that's why.
Spock,
So, like,
calm down, dude. I will chill now. All right, Spock, please.
He's pissed. He didn't like that.
He's very pissed because I'm fucking being illogical and not taking this seriously. I apologize, Spock. Let's carry on. Like, I'm gonna put another coffee on. I'll be listening. Let's get this fucking. Come on, I'm sorry.
In this main picture, that's why.
Oh man.
Well, I wanted to represent like all the moods he goes through during this entire thing. So super happy when he was laughing, and then pissed off when he's yelling at Kirk, or not Kirk. Yeah, what's his name? Sam Kirk.
Yeah,
Sam Kirk cleaning up his shit. That was. And then, wearing the hat when his mother shows up, just because, and he's kind of just like, I don't know about this. I can't pretend to be a Vulcan now that I'm a human. This is too hard. And also, Chapel with her wanting to go to this Vulcan Science Academy thing. I wonder if that's
It's not just a Vulcan Science Academy. It's the Vulcan Science Academy. It's one of the most prestigious. I can't talk right now. The most prestigious, like, educational centers probably in the entire sector.
It's true, and she could learn things there that maybe even people in Starfleet don't even know. Possibly.
Yeah.
There might be a couple of people. Well, there might be some Vulcans in Starfleet that might know some of the stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But I wonder if this is also her. This is Nurse Chapel trying to learn more about Vulcans so that she can connect with Spock a little more, possibly.
Yeah, because she wants his Pekka.
No suppressor on that.
She wants to unsuppress his Pekka. I thought that was DJ Quails, by the way, for the longest time. But I heard showrunner Akira Goldsmiths, or whatever his name is, he was one of these Vulcan elders that she was speaking to. Does anybody know which one?
No.
Okay, me neither.
That's not DJ Quails, and also I didn't know that. Also, I didn't know that was how his last name was pronounced. I thought it was pronounced DJ Qualls.
It might be.
Oh, and did we see Spock's mother before? I feel like we did.
Strange New Discovery.
Yeah, Discovery. And we also saw Sarek in Discovery as well.
Yeah, okay.
Which neat little tidbit about the actor that played Sarek. He was recently in a few episodes of that show I'm watching for Teehee TV called Grimm.
Poop.
Yeah, I can't remember the actor's name, but he played a villain in Grimm recently. But
I still couldn't get into that Grimm.
I'm hoping that we see Sarek again at some point.
We shall not, because here's what happened. So in Discovery, we saw basically, maybe that was in the Abrams movie. But anyway, they're strained. That's why Sarek's not there. And we probably won't see them reunite until it's Kirk's Enterprise, because when Spock turned down the Vulcan, whatever, science expedition, basically Starfleet for Vulcans, and he went to work for Starfleet, Sarek basically disowned him, all but disowned him. So.
So they kind of maybe later on they make up eventually.
Well, no, it's not until they don't make up, even I don't think they ever make up. But the closest they come to resolve is in the Next Generation, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember that too well.
The episode where fucking Sarek's gone crazy and Picard eventually mind melds with him, and then it's through Picard, I think, that Spock gets his closure with his father.
That's right. Yep. He does the same thing. He puts some of his Katra into Picard, just like Spock did in the end of Wrath for Khan into Bones, and that's how they were able to have his Katra for Search for Spock. They put his Katra back into the Genesis planet, I guess, somehow. Anyway.
Wait a minute. So Spock is not going to have resolution with his father for at least another 100 years?
Yes.
I mean, he reunites with them. He has encounters.
But
ultimate resolve, I don't know if you saw
meld.
that, but I just hacked into a cup.
It made it right into the cup?
Yep. It went like, I'm going to say about 2 feet and arced straight into a cup.
It's not 100 years. It's, actually, no, it might actually be 100 years, because in Star Trek Generations, the movie, there's that scene where Kirk is taken into the Nexus when it's hit by that ship, and then there's the time jump, and it's like 70 odd years that goes to the Next Generation era. So since it's now earlier than that, and Kirk is now young, and he hasn't taken command of the Enterprise yet, it may be closer to that. It may be closer to like 80 years, maybe even 90 years.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
it's definitely close to that.
Yeah.
So, that is kind of fucked up to think about. Yeah.
Holy
shit. Has to wait a century to get closure with his father.
Because I think we pretty much see every encounter he has with his father on screen. from in his adult life. Like it's not like he goes home and has Thanksgiving or whatever with his father.
He is the character of this show.
He is what?
The character. He is the main character of all of Star Trek.
Oh, Spock.
Yes,
for sure. And again, look, I'm probably one of these people. I'm sure you guys might be who was like, let's not reboot Star Trek, the classics. I mean, if anything, move on. But kind of looking at that old cast, like, what's the word? Sacred. But this new shit proved that, look, if we didn't have this now third iteration of Spock, would he really be the entirety of Star Trek? Could you make the statement that Spock is Star Trek? I don't think so.
No.
To be honest, look, I've already said that I agree with you, that I think that they should bring back the original series and just have that actor that plays James T. Kirk, I can't remember his name.
Paul Wesley.
Paul Wesley, have him come in and play Kirk. Have what's his name that plays Spock? Ethan Peck. Is that his name?
Peck is a present.
I mean, is that the actor's name? Is it?
Yes, yeah. It's Ethan Peck as the president.
I can't see if you guys are nodding at me.
It's Ethan Peck. Ethan Peck.
Ethan Peck. Okay. Yeah, but Ethan Peck, and then the actors that plays Uhura, and then bring in the actors that play Scotty, bring in the actor that plays pretty much the whole shebang, even Chekhov and all that, Sulu, all them, and have them all show up and just do the original series all over again, and maybe have them go past 3 seasons.
Fact.
I'd be completely in favor of that.
That would be awesome. It
would be awesome. And do the same shit with Next Generation. Only not the Next Generation with Picard, but with Picard and Crusher's son having 7 of 9 be captain. And I still say, don't call the show Legacy.
Correct.
Call it the New Generation.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that either, but
God
definitely
damn it.
not Legacy.
Next Generation.
But besides
it's
bringing
called,
back...
The original show was called The Next Generation, so just call it The New Generation.
It's better than Legacy. It's better than Legacy. I just don't love it. But listen...
They can't use Legacy because Legacy was the name of the fucking video game.
I agree. But listen to me about Kirk. Beyond bringing him back for the original series, I want him back for the New Generation Legacy. Because Project 31, it's already established. They have his body. I want Kirk resurrected. Not Project Genesis. Yeah. Project Phoenix, I think. I want fucking Kirk on the Enterprise. What is it? E? F? G?
G. It's the G.
G, yeah.
I want Kirk serving aboard the Enterprise G. Or at least... bring him back as a fucking villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, make him when he comes back, something's turned or something.
Yeah, but the thing is that that version of Kirk is the one that died on the planet where Kirk and Picard were fighting Dr. Soren when they were trying to stop him from going into the Nexus. So that is the William Shatner version of Picard.
Right, right. But if we are running with Paul Wesley's Kirk into a TOS era, then the public will accept that as the young Kirk. You could easily show us some shit with like Shatner's Kirk dying and then being regenerated younger, and it's Paul Wesley.
I mean, look, it's just they do that type of casting mumbo jumbo all the time, and people's suspension of disbelief accept that, especially when a large time frame has gone by, as like decades have gone by. People accept it. They're still like, oh, I mean, it happens. It happens. It is what it is. But I don't know. I mean, I'd be okay with it as long as Paul Wesley continues to play Kirk, because I kind of like him as Kirk. I do.
Me too.
I kind of like him.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
And apparently he's coming back. I was wrong when I suggested maybe just one, or I guess it's not wrong if it's just a suggestion. But apparently he filmed 2 or 3 episodes for the season.
Okay, so maybe they are going to push for a potential relationship between him and Lon. Lon.
Maybe further proving, because I think she might be a red shirt. She may die. I think Ortega may die. She may die. All the people we don't see in the original series, I think, will die by the end of Strange New Worlds. They set the precedent with Hemmer.
The end of the season or the end of the show's run?
The show's run. By the time we transition to, again, that makes sense with Spock being 2 hats. Una's position and Sam's position. It makes sense that a lot of tragedy is going to befall the Enterprise.
She's the security officer.
Lon, I think, will die. I think she's going to die, and I think she is actually going to die at the hand of her own ancestor. She's going to.
Khan is going to kill her?
I think Khan's going to kill her. I think that's what's going to happen.
Definitely not this season, then.
I think she's going to be she's going to find Khan first, and she's going to realize the threat that he poses, and she's going to try to stop him from being unleashed on the galaxy earlier than when Kirk found him. And she's going to succeed in locking him away, but he is going to mortally wound her in the process, and she's going to sacrifice herself to keep him locked up.
Well, you sure got... Thanks for the spoiler, jerk.
And look, that's my theory. That is my theory. I think she's going to die heroically, but no one's going to know what happened to her.
Well, that's messed up, because if you think about this, the episode with her and the other Kirk, where she was sitting there on the bed with him at one point and saying, I have to let you live because I have to let the future go the way it's going to go, so it ends up the way it is eventually. The way that I want it to be, or whatever.
Yeah, but I think it's very likely that Khan is going to be the one to kill her, but she's going to use her last moments of life to lock him away, and then when she succeeds in locking him away, that is when she dies, and no one's going to know where she is. So she's actually going to die alone, and it's going to be a very sad death for her. It's going to be a very sad death, I think.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
Una, on the other hand, I don't think she's going to die. I don't think she is. I think Una is actually going to be transferred. I think that's what's going to happen.
Now, do you think that La'an and Kirk are going to meet and kind of start something before she dies?
Yes. I think something romantic is going to happen between the two of them, and when Lon eventually dies, that's going to make her death all the more tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I legitimately believe that Lon and Kirk are going to become romantically involved.
Whatever. Well,
they can now. Now that you say that, they definitely can.
They're going to
have
become
a relationship.
They're going to become romantically involved. Kirk is going to develop strong feelings for her, and she's going to find Khan. She's going to realize the threat that he poses, and if he is unleashed on the galaxy, she's going to try to stop him from escaping. He's going to mortally wound her.
Canon error, canon misfire here.
What?
Because when he is awakened in Space Seed, he had been asleep since the 90s. And yes, I know they shifted the timeline sort of with this time correcting thing that happened in episode 3. I think it were. But that was their... Kirk had nothing. Kirk didn't even know Khan was essentially frozen at all. Like, just thought he was a historical figure who had been long dead. But your theory can work for killing Lon. It just can't work with Kirk's involvement.
Yeah, if she went off on her own and bumped into it or something, and then ended up sacrificing herself to keep them frozen or something like that.
Okay, fine. But I still think that she's going to die with Khan's involvement. And her death is going to be very sad and very tragic. And she's going to die alone.
Timeline's tricky now because we saw
Kirk is never going to know what happened to her. No one's going to know what happened to her. She's going.
Well, that's why
they're not going to label her. They're not going to label her as killed in action. They're going to label her as missing in action.
And that's what makes Kirk become a legendary cocksmith, swinger.
From then on, he doesn't care. He doesn't.
Yeah, slinger. That's the damn word.
I think they're gonna. I think that they might end up setting it up to where Kirk is going to consider Lon to be the first woman that he ever really loved. I think is how they're gonna play it out.
See, I don't think any of this is going to happen at all, but I think it's a very, very adorable theory, Mr. Charles Whedon.
I don't know. It's just the way I saw it in that episode tomorrow. Kirk, that alternate reality Kirk kind of striked me as like he was developing really strong feelings for Lon. And I get the feeling that Kirk in the prime timeline is going to develop those same strong feelings for Lon. And that's what leads me to believe that he is going to consider Lon to be the first woman that he had ever truly fallen in love with. And so when Lon eventually dies, which I firmly believe that she will, it's going to hit him hard. And his way of coping with her disappearance, because they're not even going to know if she's dead or alive, he's going to fall into his womanizing ways.
And drugs. You know something, though? Speaking of tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow is something we missed when we discussed the episode Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Did you know that was actually an Easter egg, the title, referencing the time travel episode of The Orville, which was also called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
And Tomorrow, yes. I did hear that somewhere. Yes.
Is that the episode where Gordon Malloy was like stuck there for like 10 years? In the past?
Brings someone from the past to the present who upends Ed Mercer and Officer Kelly Grayson's lives. So no, I don't think it is that one.
Remember that.
It might.
All right, hold on. I'll look it up. I know I should.
I already have it open.
Orville. Tomorrow and
Okay. So yeah.
So I had a problem with her father. With the older Vulcan here. He seemed way too reactive or way too, I don't know, too much emotion coming out of this guy. I felt like. Or was he just trying to be
closeted homosexual? No, really. You don't think there's closeted homosexuals on Vulcan?
Probably.
Well, they think what's logical to do is to procreate and to logically do the traditional male-female family situation in their society. It's the most logical path to walk. So, this homosexual just went... and look at his wife. Come on.
He doesn't know, like, that this wasn't fresh enough or it wasn't good enough. His taste is terrible then.
I do
remember. He thought it was delicious.
I do remember that episode of The Orville. It's the episode where the younger version of Kelly Grayson is sort of brought into the present. So there are two.
Oh yes.
There are two versions.
I do recall
of Adrian Palicki's character.
And she wants to date him again. Yeah. I do remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I guess he's strong enough to resist heat, Mr. Spock.
Yeah, he's clearly in pain.
this whole time. And he really gets pissed off at the end about like, well, how would you feel knowing that a human did this entire thing, huh?
I really thought that that T'Pring's mother would have been impressed that a human was able to do all those tests, but she wasn't.
Well, again, this is all super canon stuff. Also, might be the last time we see T'Pring because we've already seen the guy she's fucking on Vulcan last season. So what happens later on in I think Spock or Amok time, right, Luke? I think it is where he's they got was it the Pon Far where Kirk and Spock got a fight? I think.
Oh yeah.
For whatever fucking stupid reason. But this woman has always hated Spock, does not want the marriage to be. The marriage was doomed forever, and this may be the last time we see T'Pring because canonically they hadn't seen each other for a very, very long time when they reunite on the original series.
Because of
because of this stuff.
Chapel.
See, I don't remember her talking about her love for Spock in the original series, but she does apparently, and I didn't remember that.
Well, the cage takes place later. Maybe they eventually realize they don't belong together, so they just avoid it. That's probably how they're gonna explain it away. I thought this here, when they were in this alien thing, that did remind me of an early Star Trek kind of color scheme and thing they would kind of do.
Dude, it looks like almost in a way. Yes, it reminds me of the old movies, like whenever they would see a god character or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And Discovery tried to do this a few times, and I think they failed.
Yeah, this was kind of nice. I mean, non-corporeal creatures, which they seem to bump into all the time. Actually, this is the only picture they're starting to form in the other one. But
the Star Trek classic
has the yellow. My name is Yellow. Oh, okay. That's weird.
Okay.
Can non-corporeal forms be Asian? No, never mind.
Can I just bring something up?
You can, but first for the YouTube algorithm, for the YouTube, Luke's Asian. We can make.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. The first entity that they talked to was yellow. The second one that they talked to was blue. So I would assume if they talked to a third one, it would be red.
And the conversation went like this. Oh, why are you so sad?
Well, see, there is yellow and red there.
So that's not where I was going with that, but no, it's just
you need fortune red.
So they were going with the colors.
Buck up, Riddle Cowboy.
They were going with the colors of the uniforms. So yellow would be the one in charge, blue would be their science, they're in charge of their science division, and red would be more like the one in charge of their defense.
So the blue.
Well, look, there is a red over there, so maybe you're right.
The communication person is the science person, technically. So that's the one that took the call from them when they made it.
Yeah.
No.
But see, this backs up my theory that Big Pharma and fucking Big Corp, even though they're claiming to have this communist utopia, and that's why Pele, fucking, what's her name? Carol Kane, fucking Pele. That's her name, right?
Palea.
Palulu. Soccer ball player, Peter Lyon. Fucking.
Yeah.
That's why she doesn't trust that shit, because she knows it's all a far left Democrat socialist fucking propaganda machine that they live in, and really corporations and big pharma run it. You've got non-corporeal entities right over there in this Alpha Quadrant speaking like they're the customer service department. I'm sorry, but your query has been denied. There's no need for any callback. No thank yous are needed. Have a nice day.
Spock's mom
Fucking
did
clouds
say,
don't talk like that.
Spock's mom did say that because they were like, "Oh, Pelia said that she's gonna miss you. Sorry," and she's like, "Oh, she's probably off making a deal somewhere, found something," and the captain said something
and look at
about
Deep Space Nine.
She was like, she was interested in buying dilithium. She sounded really interested in getting
right.
dilithium.
There's so
like,
much. Whenever you got these other aliens who come in, they always talk about the things they're acquiring and shit. They're always dressed in fancy fucking clothes. There's what about Mud? Mud is working in the sex trade fucking industry, selling out women and shit. You've got the guy who collected. He collected somebody. Was that in Discovery? I can't remember. He collected somebody, and maybe it was in the original series.
It was a short trek with Mud too.
Damn it! I wish I could remember the one. But the point is, there's actually a lot of commerce going on for a world that doesn't have money.
Well, the Starfleet itself just gives things to its citizens, but
those non-corporeal entities
are
like AI codes that got rogue into the fucking universe that were made from like fucking corporate customer service bots.
You did not give a complaint within the required time. You cannot do that. This is highly irregular. Goodbye. Click.
You've got AIDS. Now, would you watch that porno movie? That's the question. And I mean, look, we need to be a more accepting and embracing society. And I think this is an important question for our people moving forward. Do you want to see that threesome? Well, I'll say this much. I've noticed two things about Uhura this episode. One, she's got gigantic tits. Two, you can't really see him there. No, and actually, she is thin enough. Two, put some hair on her. She's not too far off from, is it Nichelle Nichols? Is that how you say it? Nichelle, or is it Michelle Nichols? I forget. I'm even saying
it's Nichelle Nichols.
Okay, so I said it right. Okay. She is bald, but she's actually not a horrible Uhura. I could see it suddenly. It took me 2 seasons, but I could see her in the role now once she grows her hair out.
Well, now that they're not making the episodes all about her, they really did for the first season. They had a bunch of episodes about her.
And she just didn't click with the audience, I'm assuming. Because how can she click when she's so far detached? Get it off the screen.
Yeah, she's not the greatest.
Told you that looks like my mother, and I'm not a fan.
Oh, so you would not want to see this porno? Is that what you're saying?
If you cut her head out or something.
Okay. What about the mother? How old is she supposed to be?
No, I don't like this one. She's a porky one.
How old is she supposed to be?
Again, this is not being better.
Look.
I want to be better people than this. Don't want to be sitting here talking about fat women.
Okay.
Would you watch this fivesome?
Oh, man. I don't know. Although he is good looking.
He might be the most feminine. Would you have sex with that woman?
With that Vulcan? I found this, hey, it was a Vulcan breakup. This is something I don't think we've ever seen before.
Well, I would assume that Vulcan breakups are actually pretty...
I no longer want to put my penis inside of you.
Oh, actually,
I never liked when you put your penis inside of me. Goodbye.
So Paul was supposed to get married to someone. And actually, I think she did at some point, but I think, something happened with it. So maybe we did see a breakup, but...
Are you talking about in
Enterprise?
Yeah, I seem to...
Oh, you're talking about T'Pol. I always get the stupid names confused. Go on.
I seem to remember that T'Pol was supposed to be married to some Vulcan, but I can't remember his name.
Yes, she was promised to someone, and they had an episode where they went back to Vulcan, and Trip went with her, and I believe she does get married at that point. But,
Yeah.
she decides to stay with Starfleet, so he doesn't like that. Should be traditional. You shouldn't be going off with these smelly humans.
Yeah. I guess that's the reason why Vulcans use the suppressor.
Now, does Spock smell a little bit? If he's half human, maybe he's got a slight odor. That could be one of the reasons why they don't like him. If he was visiting them, like the in-laws in Vulcan, they're not using a suppressant there, but when they come to the ship, they are. So maybe they like him a little bit more when they're on the ship.
You're right. He probably lets out those taint pheromones or whatever.
the human dingleberry.
Wow.
The human smell. Charles, don't you know that if you leave your grundle a little
cheesy,
underwashed, that you attract women scientifically from the smell of your undercarriage?
I highly doubt that.
It's true science, dude.
Do you want a cheese on an alien girl?
Fuck you.
I'm
such a fucking dork that I'm so impressed by this.
Put the focus on me.
Uh-oh.
Fuck us.
Uh-oh. What's up? There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the star of the DJR network, Charles Whedon. We really have changed here as a network. It's a fucking pretty funny thing how it used to be Charles was the rare member of the group, the least member on screen of the group. Now you're the only person on every single show we do.
Oh,
currently.
Wow, that's true. Look at that.
I mean, I'm only on this one and Teehee TV.
That's the only shows
all
left.
we're doing right now. We haven't done a Night Creeps for 20 days. We did a No Creeps, but those are one-offs.
Those don't count. Those are just dorks hanging out talking on a lot. Well, let's see what this. Look, those are different. Those just don't count. This is we're pretending to be professional here. No Creeps. They're just a stream.
Exactly. So did you like my tribble?
I mean, it looks like a fucking penis on a tribble. Like it looks like you. Why did you shape
That's not a tribble. That's a cribble.
Oh man.
Steak and Shake Shithouse says Trip fixed her mom's replicator with his.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right. She couldn't.
He used the Pekka suppressor.
The Pekka D suppressor. All right, Jesus.
No, wait, did I get rid of that one? Oh, here we go.
The Pekka replicator.
So charade. It's the fact that the episode was called Charades. Charades was like the smallest point in the entire show. I mean, that's the way how they stalled it for a minute. But
did they play it? Because I remember them Pike suggesting it, but I must have fallen asleep or something.
They didn't, because they started to explain it, and then that's when Nurse Chapel shows up to give him the injection, and he goes and gets the injection, starts turning into a Vulcan himself, but then he has that little freak out where he freaks out on the mother-in-law about a human doing the whole ceremony. And yeah, that kind of breaks the charades, I guess.
Oh, see how clever they are.
But actually, no, because then she was saying, "Oh, you did everything right." So maybe they just skipped over the charades right after.
It's the charade that their marriage would even ever be a thing. Because again, that bitch, she's already fucking someone else.
Oh, that's true.
As this is happening, she's over there pretending to help sick Vulcan kids banging that other dude.
I know you love someone else, and so do I, so whatever. I tried to make it work.
No, I don't think that's true at all, because I don't think Spock could have ever shown any signs. She can't have any idea, and he's never been inappropriate with Nurse Chapel, per se.
So
that kiss was different.
Lost in Translation is next, and then those old scientists.
Yeah, so fuck you.
So... I'm moving along. We got to get out of here soon, right? We've been here too long.
We
so
are too long.
I've a little under 2 weeks to take down all of the what is it called? What's that Star Trek called?
Move it along.
The cartoon one. Because if we're gonna have the crossover episode, I kind of want to know the characters a little bit before.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I mean, at least watch a little bit of it. Lower Decks. There we go. That's the name of it. Which lady in blue? This one?
She definitely has a dick.
The lady in blue.
Stan. The man T'Pring is fucking. His name is Stan. Not Stan, but Stan.
Oh, the older lady. No, that's Spock's mom. Like I said, I don't know what age she's trying to be. They're trying to portray her as. Probably in her 50s, I guess. Because how old is Spock at this point?
She got porky since Discovery.
You said that before, so we'll go back to that.
I did say that before, didn't I?
And another classic kiss, I guess.
We already looked at this
multi-species kiss, so it's.
Well, I mean, it's.
She's sticking her nose up his nostril. It's not even a. What is this? Who does this?
I mean,
I kiss in the future.
I think it's to simulate passion, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And he can't feel it anyway. He suppresses everything, so she could smash his nose as much as she wants, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, she's like, I'm so in love with you. I'm gonna shove my face in your face and smash your nose.
I want to smell your nose. I want to smell your cartilage.
You may be trying to block me out, but I'm gonna make you really smell me.
I want to tickle you with my Vulcan nose hairs.
Wow.
Oh, Spock, you're so smart. I want to sniff your brain.
Wow. What the fuck?
All right, so.
Okay, yeah. So apparently we are making comments about a woman shoving her face in a Vulcan's nose. Okay.
Listen, I left out the part where Spock says, "After I smell your cunt first, bitch," and then I also left out the part about T'Pring's vagina smelling.
We can leave it out.
Sand.
We don't have to do that. Okay. We'll
I thought those things would be vulgar and disgusting.
Now. I'm just gonna.
Because it was 6 seconds of dead air. That's what you get, dickhead. I counted. I sat here counting.
Yeah. So yeah, I think from now on, whenever we got dead air, I'm just gonna say, "D you bitch."
All right, everybody. I think we've had enough here. I'm starting to run out of gas.
Yep.
You know what we do at the end? The live long and scissor thing.
Yeah, live long and scissor, everyone.
We'll be back next week and we'll do it again. Come back, please. Later. What are you doing? You can't scissor? What's going on? He's like a little kid. Oh, I get it. You want everyone to see you scissor. Is that what you're one of those? Where someone can't see you doing it and it never happened.
Yeah, I can't even do the fucking Vulcan thing. I can't even do it on both fucking hands.